fourth grade cello players. This is your first lesson. Your job is to watch this video and practice with it for this next week so that you're ready for lesson number 2. Now, you already know how to get your cello out of the case. So we're going to assume that you know what you're doing so far. And if you don't, go back and watch the pre-lesson video just so you can remember how to do that. Now, I'm going to hold this cello up so you can see it a little bit better, but know that yours should always be on the floor. At the bottom of your cello is something called your end pin. And what you're going to do is we need to make your cello tall enough so when you sit to play, it's in the right spot. So your cello will be on its side, and we're going to pull the end pin out using, and the measuring tool that we're going to use is our human ruler. So with your thumb and your pointer, we're going to start with this so we know about how long to start with. So what you're going to do here is you're going to, I'm going to come up real close so you can see. We're going to unscrew this end pin this way, and I'm going to pull this out about the length of my pinky to my thumb, and I'm going to tighten it up. Now, the goal with this is to make our cello tall enough so that when we stand up, it comes up to our nose, right at the bridge of our nose. And this, I know you can't see my head right now, but it's a little bit short. The other good indicator is the peg that's lowest. This is called your C peg. It's got to be at your ear. So this is still a little bit short for me. And honestly, this is a small cello for me, but it's what we're going to use for today. So I'm going to pull my end pin out a little bit further so that I can see. I can make sure it's a little bit better in size. Yeah, that's much better because now the C peg is right here at my ear. Now on your cello, you'll notice that you have a sticker. It's one of these Post-it tabs, and I have it on there so that when we watch videos, you know which side is which, so that yours, when you see the flipped image, it will match. Now, we're going to get ourselves into playing position. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to stand up and we're going to put our cello out in front of us, and we're going to make our feet and our end pin a triangle shape. And we're talking like an equilateral triangle. All 3 sides of the triangle are the same size. That's right, we're talking math. Now, this is 1, and we're going to take our arms all the way out in front of us, just like so. And then we're going to sit down out in front. And then that is number 2. And our third step is to bring the cello back to your body. And it should be rather central. The neck is off to the left side. It is the end pin, I'm sorry, the C peg is right at your ear. It's not in your ear, but it's like right behind it. And then step 4, we're just going to shuffle our feet because we never want our legs to squeeze the cello. And we're also going to rock and hug the cello as we make sure our feet are nice and loose because we want to be able to have lots of movement with our cello. So we're going to call this whole process of getting set up by the numbers. So I say 1 and show you, and then you do it. So I'm first, 1. You say 1 and pop up. Make sure you've got an equilateral triangle. 2, we sit. 2, 3, we're going to bring it back. And 4, shuffle and rock your cello. Make sure it's nice and loose and your feet are nice and loose. Now we're going to take our left hand and put it on the side of the sticker. So your left hand is the same side that the sticker is on your cello. And then with our right hand, we're going to say, ready, let's rock. And what we're doing is we're taking our our right hand, here it is. And I've got an L for a thumbs down, and I'm putting it here on the side of the fingerboard down. And I'm going to make my claw this way. I don't want to go up this way. It's a thumbs down. So I'm looking at the top of my hand. You might hear me say, check your watch. And we're not all the way down. We're about right in the middle between where the neck hits and the end of the fingerboard. All right. So we go, ready, let's rock. And we've got our thumb set, and we're going to put our claw on the first string all the way over. So we're going to go through those numbers all over again. Here we go. We're going to start with 1. Here we go. 1 for you. 2, 2, 3, 3, and then 4, 4. This is a good time to start to stop and just talk about real quick what you're sitting on. So cello players, your stool or chair that you're sitting on should be right below where your knee bends. If your chair or stool is too high, then we're not going to have very good posture. So we want to make sure that our stool is low enough for us to be able to do that. We also want to make sure that it's a hard surface and not a soft surface like the side of a bed. And so that we want this a hard surface. And if you're struggling to find a stool that works at home, let me know and I can offer some suggestions. Okay, so we're going to go through the numbers one more time. Here we go. 1, 1, lateral. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. And now I'm going to take my left hand and put it over here. And I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to say, ready, let's rock. I'm going to take my claw and I'm going to put it all the way across the strings. And we're going to pull this string 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Do that with me. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Next string over. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Next string over. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Next string over. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to do that all over again, except this time I'm going to have a little song assigned to it. We're going to start with the word ants. When I give you the head bob to start, we'll play together. So let's go. Ready? Let's rock. We're starting all the way over. Here we go. We're going to have this first part that says, and I said, eek, eek, eek. Now we go. All the little ants, 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 dig it in the dirt, dirt, dirt. Going underground, round, round, clearing the way to China, China, China. Let's go through that again. Relax that hand and let's go. Ready? Let's rock again. Ants is first. Actually, it's eek. And I said eek, eek, eek. Now it's us. All the little ants, ants, ants. Next, dig it in the dirt. Dirt, dirt, going underground, round, round, clear the way to China, China, China. That song is teaching us our string names. Now, you notice that at the beginning I said, and I said eek. Well, that's because when we play in an ensemble with all of the string instruments together, the violins and the basses actually have notes on eek. But we start on ants. So ants is actually the note A. And then dirt would be D. And ground would be G. And China would be C. Let's go through our song again. Let's do it 2 more times with our note names instead of, with our note names instead of the actual words. Here we go. Ready? Let's rock. And I said E, 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 all the little A, A, A. Dig it in the D, D, D. Going under G, G, G. Clearing the way to C, C, C. Let's do that again. Ready? Let's rock. And I said E, 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 all the little A, A, A. Dig it in the D, D, D. Going under G, G, G. Clearing the way to C, C, C. All right. Hopefully that was pretty pretty easy for you, and if not, you can just go back and rewind this a little bit more and practice a little bit more. Now we are going to find our A string and our D string. Our A and D string are the two strings that we're going to spend a huge amount of time on in our first year of playing. So we're going to go ready, let's rock, and I want you to put your claw on the D string. Here we go. Ready, let's rock. Find your D string. I'm going to sing it first, and then I'd like you to sing and play it back. Here it is. D, 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 ready, go. D, 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 my turn. A, 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 ready, go. A, 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 my turn. D, D, A, A, D, D, A, A, D, A, D, ready, go. D, A, D. Now, if that was tricky, go back, rewind, and try it again. We're going to move on to a new song. This is the last thing that we're going to be practicing this week for our lesson. This song is called Moanin' in D. And I'm going to sing something to you, and your response is going to be to sing back D, D, no matter what, until I change the rules. So it sounds like this. Bum, ba, da, 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 D, D, bum, ba, da, 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 D, D, ba, ba, da, 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 D, D, ba, ba, da, 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 D, D. All right, let's play it on our cello this time. Ready? Let's rock. Find your D string. Here we go. Bum, ba, da, 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 da. D, D, ba, ba, da, 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 da. D, D, ba, ba, da, 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 da. D, D, ba, ba, da, 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 D, D. Good. Now we are going to play 4 A's slowly, then 4 D's slowly. Try that. 4 A's, 4 D's. Ready? Here we go. A, 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 A. Then D, 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 D. Now we're going to play 7 A's, and the 7th one is a bit sassy. Listen to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Feel that little sass? Let's try that together. Ready? A string. 1, 2, and here we go. A, 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 A. Now we're going to put that whole thing together. We end up going back to bum, ba, da, 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 dee, dee. Let's try to put that whole thing together. I need to go press play. Here we go. D, D. Oh, that's next week's lesson. So we just finished week 1 of what you need to be practicing. So what you'll do when you're done with this is go back into the Schoology page and you'll click on log your practice. Your goal is to practice with Mrs. Rad 4 times between now and your next lesson. So watch this video at least 4 times so that you can do all of the skills that we just learned. I can't wait to get back together with you, and I will see you next week. See you, bye.